Hi everyone, this is Tom from Tom and Harry SMMA. Now in this video I'm going to talk to you about how you can actually make $3,000 a month or more just by managing a business's Instagram account. I've seen it happening all the time. It's definitely a thing, okay? I know some people at home might be like, oh yeah, okay, whatever, yeah, I've seen it all before, it's just one of those things. It's actually not. People are doing this on the daily. They're charging up to $500 per client to manage the content for businesses out there. In this video, I'm actually going to tell you how you can charge that fee, what businesses you need to approach, the actual niche I'm going to tell you is the best one, and then how you could go about actually winning the client. Okay, before we do that, before we get into it, please like and subscribe to the channel. Like, we give so much free content away all the time. It's super valuable, costs you nothing, and as a bit of love back, just hit the subscribe button or like or comment, whatever. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so how do you make that type of money? And what service do you offer? Like, is it realistic? We're gonna cover all this in the next sort of 6 or 7 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna keep it super fast and sharp. So if you are watching this on your phone or whatever, make notes, listen carefully, because this is gold. So first of all, what I'll say is charging $500 or pounds, whatever it will be, a month to manage someone's Instagram account, or their socials as it's called, isn't a big task. To businesses, it's not even that much money. That's the crazy thing. However, why would they pay you to do it? What's the benefit of it? And is that realistic? Well, firstly, what I'll say is business owners, notoriously, local business owners, are notoriously really quite shit at their marketing. Whether it's paid ads, running their socials, whatever it be, marketing seems to be an element that they neglect on the regular, okay? This goes as far as like actually posting on social media. How many businesses do you know that just don't post? And when they do, it's crap, and it's like once every 3 weeks. That's not enough. For a business to gain like social presence and like in society and anchor themselves in society as a place to be, their socials need to be fucking shit hot. Okay, you can do that for them. They won't have time. You'll save them huge amounts of time and hassle and stress by offering that service. So what service do you offer? Well, you're going to offer content management on their socials. Now, the number one social, we all know it, we're all on it every day, is Instagram. Okay. However, you can mix in this Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook, and LinkedIn if you need to. Okay. But then, Tom, what content do I post? You know, and how do I go about doing it? Well, there's 2 points to this service offer. One, you need to clarify for your $500 a month what service you're going to offer and how many posts and what you're actually going to do. So for a $500 a month fee, you would be really typically doing about 3 or 4 posts on the feed a week, maybe 3 stories a week, okay? And depending on your fee, if you're charging a bit more, you can actually offer reels and get them to send you video content, and you chop it up into reels and post maybe 6 reels a month or 8 reels a month. That's 2 a week, okay? Doing that means that the client, the business, is remaining really relevant. They're posting every day or two, and they're hashtagged, all the posts are hashtagged correctly, and it looks good, okay? This keeps that business relevant. We've all been there where we want to go check out a bar or a restaurant or a, I don't know, a cosmetic place, or a kitchen fit, and you go straight on their Instagram to see what the Instagram's like. Those who have good social presence and are strong come out on top every day of the week. And you need to help these businesses with it. It's actually a really great service that you can offer them and take off their hands, okay? So for the $500 a month, you need to be really clear on how many times you're posting or how often you're doing it for them. Really clarify that. I would say for $500 a month, you want to be doing at least 3 posts a week, 3 stories a week, and maybe mix up the type of post you're doing, like a carousel post, a feed post, story. You can, it really goes as simple as that. The more you offer, you can then start offering reels, Q&A on the stories works. There's so much to Instagram features that the more features you use on the platform, the more you can charge. Okay, so that's kind of covered that element of it, I'd say. So just be sure how often you're promising you're going to do for that 500. The second point to it is What businesses should you approach? Well, I'm going to tell you which ones work every time, and it's bars and restaurants. Why? Because Instagram is a cosmetic, aesthetic looking app. Okay, it's the world we live in where people want to see nice stuff. People want to see people having fun. People want to see beautiful people. It's just that way of the way that the app and the algorithm works and favors. Okay, if there is a bar that is posting regularly content of people having a night out, or you're reposting people who've been there and their friends tag themselves in that venue and you're resharing it, this is massive content at a massive reach, and bars and restaurants really benefit from it, because the thing is with that industry, everyone goes off word of mouth. So if you go to a restaurant, you tell someone. If it's a good night out, you tag you and your mates in it and you post it, and the business sees it and goes, oh cool, someone's been at our place. Who's reposting that stuff? No one. If they are, then it's done by the business manager or the owner of the company, and they're doing it really poorly, or they're not doing it at all. So you're going to come along and start taking advantage of that. The more you post for bars and restaurants, the more people go to check you out. You can hashtag it with the food, the cocktails. You can hashtag the location, the city you're in. So you give that business every chance of being seen on the discovery page. So all this is super important. And if you're posting regularly for that business, it gives them every chance of getting the maximum exposure on an organic level. Okay. The industry like bars and restaurants is key, because you're probably now thinking, well, what do I post, Tom? What do I post? What am I going to do? Well, what you want to be posting is content that has been supplied to you from that restaurant. So if it's food, make sure they are taking a bunch of pictures of the food and they are sending it to you. Every item on the menu. Perhaps it's cocktails and they do cocktail hour. Get video of people enjoying cocktails. Get regular content of people enjoying cocktails and post it. Okay, this type of content is consumed time and time again by individuals, and you probably can sympathize with this, when you go to check out a bar, a restaurant, a new club, whatever it will be, you will go on their Instagram page, and when you're there, you will probably say you're there with all your mates, and you'll tag the venue, or at least you'll tag the location. So this is why a strong social presence for social media with bars and restaurants is so important, and that's why they will pay you the fee that I've said. The more you offer, like I said, the more your fee goes up. If you're then thinking, well, this is going to be really time consuming for me to do this and by the way, when I say make 3,000 a month, that's just literally 6 businesses paying you 500 a month. It's not a huge ask. Can you manage 6 Instagram profiles of businesses in 1 month? Yeah, you can. You can probably do it in a week. How can you do it in a week? Well, there are scheduling tools like Hootsuite and Later and Canva, all that provide a software within themselves, which means you can schedule out posts across many platforms at the same time. So you don't have to be at home on your phone doing it manually. It is scheduled and the task is delivered when you're not having to do it. You've done it in one block, in one go, and utilize your time, and then you've forgotten about it. Yes, you can do ad hoc posts. So if you schedule a whole bunch of stuff for the month and people are out on a Friday night or a Saturday night and they're tagging their friends in it, you can repost that content there and then on your phone. That's good, and that's probably going the extra mile. In fact, if anything, that would maybe be something you want to charge slightly more for. But all this, you can see, comes and collates itself into a really, really good service offering for that business. So it's definitely a thing which businesses will pay you for, and I'm seeing it happen time and time again. So then how do you go about getting clients? Well, my view and my personal experience and advice is you want to get out there. If you have spare time, and you should make spare time and stop just wasting time on things that aren't important, get out to these bars. Go in there when they've just opened and ask for the manager, ask for the bar owner, ask them who manages their socials. Do your research beforehand. Go on their Instagram. Go and have a look at what their page looks like. Are they posting regularly? If they're not, it's a green light for you to go in and say you can do it a lot better for this fee, and this is what they're going to get, and this is the outcome they're going to get. So you've got to push yourself out there. Spend a whole afternoon just in your local area, your town, your city, your neighborhood, and just go into bar after bar and restaurant after restaurant offering your service. They then will need a phone number and a point of reference. It's up to you whether you want to create a website for yourself. I kind of recommend you do, and it's like 20 quid a month. Just do it. It's not a big ask. Or they might want a business card. You can get them made for about £12, and you can probably get 100 done. So There's no excuses. You can go out and execute this with no previous experience at all, and you can be freelance doing it. And I'm seeing people do it time and time again. You don't have to register your business as an LLC or a limited company as it is in the UK. You don't need to have previous experience. People at the age of like 16 all the way through to 50 are offering this service and making money from it. If you want to then manage 12 businesses' Instagram pages, that will be £6 a month you can potentially make. Yes, it's more work, but if it's scheduled out and you're organised, that's just passive income after a particular period of time. So if you're making notes on this video, which you probably should have been, or just go back and rewatch it, really piece together and plan what are the bars you know? Do you know anyone who knows them? Are you familiar with anyone who knows a business owner of a bar or a restaurant? If you do, approach them. Okay. If they then say, well, what previous experience do you have at doing this? And you don't have any, that's a slight problem. But here's how you overcome that. Create 5 profiles. Create 5 Instagram accounts and call it a fake restaurant name. Make it up. Okay, make it look real. And then produce content on it of images you found or your time out at restaurants. Maybe document every restaurant you go to and create like a food page or a best places to eat in the UK page, or US, or in your town in Texas, in Boston, in New York, whatever it is. Start putting together content. Then you can say, well, look, this is an account that I manage already. Look how good it is. They will look at it and go, wow, okay, that's great, because it will look aesthetically pleasing. So do all that, piece it all together, start charging as a minimum $500 a month. Before you know it, you can have 6 clients and you're making 3K. Before you know it, even more, and it scales even further, you're managing 12 clients and you're making 6K a month. So no excuses, it can be done. I've seen it happen, and I would just say at this point, just go out and do it. Now, like I said, please like and subscribe to the channel. We give so much free content away. There's more and more videos coming out every single day by myself and by Harry. And with that, take care, and we'll see you on the next video.